Hello, I welcome you all to this wonderful lesson where we are going to look at calculus, and this is introduction to calculus. So this calculus that we get to learn here in Zambia for the grade 12s, it is a O level. So it is just introduction to calculus. We don't even go that deep in calculus. This is just introduction to calculus. So the syllabus that we have in Zambia for the grade 12s GCEs O levels is just introduction to calculus, unless those that are doing pure subjects, those are the ones that get to go deeper than this. But on our side, it's just introduction to calculus, ordinary mathematics. So now the first thing that you need to know each time you are being introduced to calculus, you need to know how to differentiate. So this is the first thing that we are even going to talk about. You need to know what we are calling differentiating. So you need to know how to differentiate functions. So differentiating functions using the formula. So we are differentiating functions using the formula. This is what we are actually doing. So we want to learn how to differentiate functions by using the formula. So the first thing that we are going to start with, the first method that we are going to start with is called the derivative. It is called the derivative of ax to the power n. This is what you are supposed to know. So the a which is here, that a there, this is the coefficient. So a there is the what? Is the coefficient. A there is the coefficient. So that is the coefficient. I've got the x. X is the what? Variable. That is the variable. Then you've got the n there. What is the n? N is the what? N is the power. This is what you need to know. Three things: the coefficient, variable, and the power. So this can also be written in this way, where we say 2x power 4. Have you seen? So this 2 that you are able to see, have you seen it is in the position of a there? So this is called the coefficient. This is called the variable. The 4 there is called the power. So this is the power. This is the variable. And this is the coefficient. Have you seen? So just to interpret what we've written here. So I want you people to understand this. Make sure that you understand these basics. This is the foundation that will help you understand the calculus. So this is the coefficient 2. This is the variable x. Then the power there is what? Is 4. So the power is what? The power is 4 in this case. If you've got something like 4x to the power 2 in this case. So if you've got something that is like this one that is here, that is your power. Then this is your variable. This is your coefficient. So if I tell you that what is the coefficient of x is 4. What is the power of x? 2 in this case. These are some of the things that you are supposed to know. The 4 here is called the coefficient. The x there is called the variable. Then the 2 there is called the power. This is what you are supposed to know and understand. So if you are told to differentiate a function by using this particular way, there is a formula that we get to use. There is a formula that you need to know and understand. So each time you are told to differentiate, there is a formula that we need to use. We say dy dx is equal to na x to the power n minus 1. This is the formula that we need to use. So this is a particular formula that should be known. You need to know this formula. So the same thing, n there is the power. N is the what? N is the power. We've got A. A is the what? A is the coefficient. A is the coefficient. We've got X. X is the what? X is the variable. From what I'm from writing. This is what I'm from telling you. So any function that will look like those examples that I gave you. Any function that will look like 4x to the power 4, 4 over x. Have you seen? It is this formula that should be applied. So let us now look at some of the examples that we need to understand whenever we are talking about this. Let us look at some of the examples that should be known. So say examples. I know some of you know these things, so I just want you to be grounded in this. You know each and everything that should be known, because the way questions will be coming in your exams, they won't be like this, but just an application of what you've learned. So here the main thing is to understand the concept. Once you understand the concept, then and everything becomes simple. So you do this. So I would say you are finding dy dx in the following. In the following, you find dy dx in the following. We've got the first question. We've got the first question here. The first question is like this. So the first question that we are having, which is A, they want you to find dy dx of y is equal to 3x. How can you find dy dx of that? This is the first question that we are given. How can we work out this? What you are going to do is this. You say dy dx is equal to, using this formula which is here. Have you seen power times coefficient? The variable maintain, then from the power you remove 1. This is what is happening. So what is the power there? The power is 1. So you say 1 times 3, you get what? 3. You put x here. From the power 1, you say minus 1. This is what we are doing. So what answer are you going to get? You say, therefore, dy dx is equal to 3x power what? 0. Then you know that anything raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. So it's just the same as deleting this. Anything raised to the power 0 is 1. So the answer is 3. So differentiating 3x, the answer is what? The answer is 3. This is to tell you that anything that will look like this, in this case, let's say you are given these functions. So these are some of the things that you are supposed to know. You are given something like, so I'll say B, you are taught to differentiate y is equal to negative 4x. So dy dx is equal to, you just get the coefficient, which is what? Negative 4. This is the answer. You are done. So you don't even need to waste time on this. You are taught to differentiate. So another question, let's say this is C. You are taught to differentiate y is equal to 8x. So meaning that dy dx is equal to what? 8. You are done. This is what you are supposed to do. These are some of the things that should be considered. Let us now look at another example. Let us look at D now. Let us look at D, where you have D. So we are looking at this, which is introduction to calculus. So example D, which is the fourth example, you are told to differentiate this. Y is equal to 1 over 3 x3 minus 1 over 2 x2 minus 3x plus 2. You are told to differentiate that. How can you differentiate that? You say dy dx is equal to, this is equal to, so what is happening is that you need to multiply power times the coefficient. This is the coefficient. So you say, to make you understand, I'm going to show the steps here so that you know what is happening. So you want to differentiate this. So you say the power is 3. 3 times the coefficient is 1 over 3. The variable is x. From the power, you say 3 minus 1. This is what is happening. You say minus. You move to this point. 2 times 1 over 2. The variable x. Then 2, you remove 1. You've got this one minus 3x. There you're going, that is 1 minus 1. There is a 1 there. 1 times 3, it is 3x. Then 1 minus 1. Like that. This is what you're going to have. Then under differentiation, you cannot differentiate a constant number. So you just forget about that number because you cannot differentiate a constant number. A constant number cannot be differentiated. So where you say your final answer is dy dx is equal to, this 3 and that 3 will cancel out. So I'm just going to remain with x to the power 2. 3 minus 1, 2. Minus this 2 and that 2 will cancel out. You are going to remain with what? X. Because there is 1. If you want, you can indicate 1 there. You say minus. So minus what? There is 3x power 0. Then anything less to the power 0 is 1. So 3 times 1 is 1. So it's just the same as removing this x power 0. And you just leave it like this. Meaning that this is your what? This is your answer. This is how we get to differentiate. This is what you need to know and understand. So make sure that you understand everything that I'm telling you. This is how we get to differentiate. Let us look at the last example now. We look at the last example. You are taught to differentiate y is equal to x plus 4 over x. You are told to differentiate that. How can you differentiate that? You say dy dx is equal to. So dy dx is equal to what? You check. X is down. Is it possible to differentiate this? Yes. So if you are given a question like the laws of indices, if you've got 1 over 2, this is just the same as 2 to the power negative 1. This is just one and the same. These are the laws of indices. If you've got a number like 2 over y, have you seen? So meaning that if you are to write this in negative index, this y comes on top. You are going to have 2, then y, then the y will have a negative 1 since it was down. So these two are just the same. So I'm writing this is positive index, this is negative index. This is what is happening. So this is positive index, this is in negative index. These two are just the same. So this is what you need to know and understand. So I want to make you be grounded in this topic such that when we move to equation of the normal in this lesson or the equation of the tangent, you are going to be very fast on that. So now here, these two are just the same. So in a case where you're given something like this, you need to make sure that the variable should be on top. The variable should not be on the denominator like this. It should not be on the denominator. It should go on top. So this is x. So you rewrite this. You won't say dy dx. You say y is equal to, so x plus 4x to the power what? Negative 1. Since the power is 1, so when it goes on top, it becomes negative 1. Same applies if you've got something like 4 over x squared. If you write it in negative index, you're going to have something like 4x to the power negative 2. This is what you are going to have. These two are just the same. So what is happening is that when this one goes on top, it is having a negative. So these two are just the same. You can just be playing with these numbers, just one and the same. So the first thing you need to do is to do that. This is what you are supposed to do. So you change this. Have you seen? So like this, you are able to work out this part where you are going to say now dy dx is equal to, so that one becomes x1 minus 1 plus, are you going to say plus here? No, there is a minus there. So minus 1 times what? 4. You do this. Then x, there is minus 1. What are we doing? We are saying minus 1. We are removing 1. So this is what is happening. This is, there is 1 here, even there is 1. 1 times 1, it is 1. You can't say 1x. You just say x. The power is 1. You remove 1. This is just part of the formula. You say minus 1. This is negative 1 times the positive which is there, negative. So negative what? Negative 1 times 4, x maintains. The power is negative 1, so you say minus 1. Where you are going to have your answer, there you are going to have x power 0 minus 4. 1 times 4 is 4. X power what? Negative 2. You've got something that is like this. So now, how can you work out this? Anything less to the power 0, 1. So here, don't put x power 0, just put a 1. So this one on its own, it is an answer. You can end it just there. But if you want to change, you can change it to a positive index. So you say it's 1 minus 4 over x to the power 2, like this. So now this one becomes your answer in its simplified version. So you need to try by all means to leave your answer in this state. So you need to know how to change from negative index to a positive index. This is what you are supposed to know and understand. So these are some of the things that I want you people to know. These are some of the things that I want you people to be practicing. So we are done with the first part where we get to use the derivative of ax to the power n. We are done with that. Let us now go to the chain law. Let us now move to the chain law. How do we get to apply the chain law? Let us move now to the chain law. Hope you are able to write down each and everything that I'm discussing with you. You are able to write down these wonderful points that I'm discussing with you. So now we are talking about the derivative of the chain law. So we are just talking about the chain law. So I'll say this is the what? The chain law. We are talking about the chain law. This is the chain law that I want us to talk about. So the chain law, how can you know that in this particular formula you are supposed to use the chain law? Whenever you just see brackets that are like this, ax plus b, something like this, then to the power n there. Anything that will just look like this. So these are numbers, a, b, and n. These are numbers. It can be 2x plus 4 to the power 5. You are given y is equal to that. So anything that will look like this, know this, master this. Anything, the way I've written it like this, just know that you are supposed to use the chain law. And there is a specific formula that you are supposed to know and understand. So now, how do we use the chain law? Which formula are we supposed to apply? So you say dy dx is equal to dy du times du dx. This is the formula that is used under the what? Under the chain law. This is a formula that you are supposed to know. So you need to make sure that you know this formula, you understand this formula very well. This is a formula that we get to use. Anything that will look like this, then you are supposed to use the chain law. For example, so you'll be told to find dy dx, you'll be told to find the derivative, you'll be told to differentiate. It is just one and the same thing. So don't be confused. So let's say, let us look at an example. So example, let us look at example. So we look at an example here. Let us look at an example here, a wonderful example. So the question is saying find, I will say find dy dx. Find dy dx of y is equal to 2x minus 1 cross to the power 4. This is what you want to find. You want to find dy dx of that. So anything that will look like this, you apply the what? The chain rule. So the first step you need to do, you say let. You need to let u, on the formula there is u. So let u be equal to what is in the brackets. So just get what is in the what? In the brackets. Your main focus should just be the expression in the brackets. What are you having in the brackets there? So this is to tell you that under chain rule, you will always be, you are going to have an expression which will be in brackets. So what are you having there? You are having 2x minus 1 like this. Have you seen? So where there is 2x minus 1, it is just the same as u. So this is the same as, you say, and you say y is equal to, so this is what? This O expression there, that is u. So it's just the same as u to the power what? Power 4. It is just one and the same thing. So have you seen here, where there is, you just say u is equal to what is in the brackets. Don't even think so much. Just say u is equal to what you are able to see in the brackets. So this whole thing in the brackets is u. That's why here I said u to the power what? 4. Because in this u, there is 2x minus 1. We apply what we are from doing now. So here, what are you doing? You are differentiating u with respect to x. So we say du dx. This is what we get to do, which is equal to, how can you differentiate this? This is what we are just from doing. So you cannot differentiate this, but the derivative of that is what? 2. The first thing that I told you, that if you are told to differentiate y is equal to 3x, in this case, it is you are differentiating y with respect to x. So you say dy dx is equal to what? 3. So don't even, don't let these confuse you. Dy dx means you're differentiating y with respect to x. Meaning that y is in front. Then this one here is this other side on your right hand side. So dy dx, du dx. So don't let these things confuse you. So if I tell you find dt dp, don't say we never did this. So if I write an expression like this, so some people get to be confused. Where is du coming from? I tell you that t is equal to 2p plus 2. Then I tell you find dt dp. Then people get to be confused. No, we never did this. This is the same. I'm just telling you that differentiate t with respect to p. This is what you're given. You're differentiating t with respect to p, which is there. So what is the answer? You know that this is just 2, because you cannot differentiate a constant number. So it is what? 2. So even here, the focus is just on the 2x. 2x, derivative of 2x is 2. We've differentiated this one. We keep it. We move to this one. How can you differentiate this? You are differentiating what? Y with respect to u. So you say this is now equal to, this is now equal to what? You say there is a 1 here now. 4 times 1, that is 4. U to the power 4 minus 1. You know that we always get to remove 1. Even here, don't think that nothing like this happened. There is 1 there. 1 times 2, it is 2. Obviously, it is what? 2. X 1 minus 1. You're going to have 2x power 0. Anything less to the power 0 is 1. So 2 times 1, that's why I just wrote a 2 there. But this is what you are supposed to do. Then here, what will be your answer? 4u to the power what? 3. So this is the answer here. This is also the answer there. So you now write the formula. This is what? Du, dy, du. This is what? Du, dx. So what's the formula now? Let me write the formula here. Which formula now are we supposed to write? The formula that I wrote there, where you now say dy dx is equal to dy du times du dx. This is what you are doing. Where you say this is equal to, what is dy du? Dy du, you check. Dy du is here. This is what? 4u to the power 3 times like this. Du dx, that's a 2 times what? 2. So you say dy dx is equal to 4 times 2, that is 8. 8u power 3, like this. This is what you need to do. After you do this, you know u is what? At first, what did we do? We said u to be equal to that. Then finally, just here where there is u, put 2x minus 1. So the answer is what? 8, open bracket, 2x minus 1. I cross. Then I put power 3, which is here. So meaning that this is dy dx. This is my answer. This is what you are supposed to do. As simple as this. So these are some of the things that you are supposed to do. Don't even be confused on these things. This is your what? This is your answer. Hope you are able to see how I'm answering this. You are able to see how I'm coming up with these answers. Let us now look at example 2. We look at example number 2. We look at example number 2 under the chain rule. So example number 2. Let us look at example number 2 under the chain rule. You are told to find, so you are told differentiate. They are telling you to differentiate. Differentiate what? Differentiate y is equal to 3x squared minus 1 to the power 3. This is what you are told to differentiate. This is what you are told to differentiate. How can you differentiate this? The first thing that I've told you, let u be equal to. What is in the brackets? What are you having there in the brackets? You are having 3x squared minus 1. This is what you are having in the brackets. So now, this is what you are having in the what? In the brackets. This. And y is equal to 2. This is a 2. Then this part is u. So you say u to the power what? Power 3 there. Have you seen? So this is what you've come up with. Differentiate this, then multiply them. This is what we are doing. So how can you differentiate this? You are differentiating u with respect to x. So you say du dx is equal to 2 times 3, that is 6, then x. 2 minus 1, it is 1. We don't show a 1. So this is the answer. We've differentiated. You can't differentiate a constant number. You just leave it. Then we move to this one. This is du, dy, du. Dy, du is equal to what? 3 times 2, that is 6. U, then 3 minus 1, it is 2. You've got a 2 there. So this is your answer. This is the answer here, and this is your answer there. You now write the what? The formula. You write the formula nicely. So make sure you follow this. You write the formula what? nicely. You say the formula is dy dx is equal to dy du times du dx. This is the formula. So you say dy dx is equal to, where is dy du? Dy du is here, which is 6u squared times what? Times du dx. Where is du dx? Du dx is here, which is 6x. So you put 6x there. This is what you are supposed to do. Where you say this is now equal to, you conclude now. You say 6x times 6. You get what? 36x u to the power what? 2. This is what you are going to get. Then you know that there is u here. 6 times 6, 36. Then x follows. This is the x. U to the power what? 2. So now you say this is equal to what? 36x. U is what? At first we said u is equal to that. So u is what? 3x squared minus 1 cross. There is power what? There is power 2. So meaning that this is your what? This is your answer. So this is what? Dy dx. So we are using the what? The chain rule. So when you are taught to use the chain rule, this is what you are supposed to do. This is what you need to understand. So make sure that you understand all these steps that I'm showing you. These are simple things that you are supposed to know. This is what you need to get and understand. So lastly now, let us now look at the equation of the normal and equation of the tangent. So for you to know how to find the equation of the normal and the tangent, you need to know these two methods that I've discussed with you on how to differentiate. So how to find the equation, of the normal, and tangent to the curve. Like this. How can you find the equation of the normal and the equation of the tangent to the curve? So where you are given a curve, so let us look at this particular example. We look at this wonderful example where you are taught to find the equation of the normal and equation of the tangent. How can you answer this particular question? You are told that, so this is an example. You are told, so straight away we'll go into an example. So you are now told, the question is saying that given that the equation of the curve, is y is equal to 3x squared plus 4x plus 1, like this, then you are told to find question A. You are told to find equation of the tangent. Equation of the tangent. Equation of the tangent. So you are told to find the equation of the tangent. This is what you want to find. Equation of the tangent where x is 4. The next question, you are told to find equation. So you are told to find make sure you write down this particular question. You are told to find equation of the normal. So equation of the normal where x is 4. So where x is 4. This is what you want to find. Equation of the normal where x is what? X is 4. So these are two important questions that we want to answer. We want to know how to answer these questions. So first question, we want to find the equation of the tangent where x is equal to 4. Secondly, you find the equation of the normal where x is equal to 4. How can you go about these questions? So what you are going to do, is this. This is what you are going to do. So what you are going to do is this. You write the equation. So you write the equation. So the equation that you are given is this one. Y is equal to 3x squared plus 4x plus 1. So for you to find the equation of the normal and the equation of the tangent, the first thing is to differentiate. So differentiating, you find dy dx is equal to what? So what is 3 times 2 times 3? That is 6x plus 4. Hope you know how to differentiate. If you differentiate this, you get this answer. This is the answer that you are going to get. So after you get this answer, this part, have you seen? You say m, that is gradient. M is equal to 6x plus 4. You are told, so this question that I'm answering is the equation of the tangent, the first question. This is what you are supposed to do. So gradient is what? You are told that x is equal to what? X is equal to 4. So first differentiate. After you differentiate, find the gradient. Here where there is dy dx, you put m. Where there is x, put 4. So 6 times 4 plus 4. What answer are you getting? This is 24. Plus this, you get 28. So you're going to get what? 28. So this 28 here is your gradient. So after finding this gradient, then you need to find a coordinate, a value for y. So we have the gradient. The gradient we have, gradient is what? 28. Then we need to have a coordinate. We only have the value of x, which is 4. What about the value for y? Where there is x in the original equation, put 4. So you're going to have 3, you put 4 there, plus 4, you put 4 there, you say plus what? Plus 1. So you know this is 16. 4 squared is 16. 16 times 3, that is 48, plus 4. 4 times 4, that is 16. So you get a what? You get a 16 there. So you get a 16 plus 1. What answer are you going to get there? So if you work out that part, what answer are you going to get? So you say 48 plus 16 plus 1. What answer are you getting? 65. So you get 65 here. Confirm with me. So 65 is the value for y. You put there 65. So you confirm with me if this is correct. But these are the procedures that you are supposed to do. This is what you are supposed to do. This is what you are supposed to do. So 65 is the value. So we have the gradient and the coordinate. These two things can help us find the equation of the what? Tangent. So once you have those two things, then you can find the equation of the tangent. So you say, you write the equation of a straight line y minus y1 is equal to m open bracket x minus x1. You do this. This is what you are going to do. This equation, you are supposed to know it. This one is called equation of the what? straight line. You are supposed to know it. This is x1, this is y1. You substitute y minus, what is your y1? 65. What is your gradient? 28. X there. The x and this y maintains. Minus, what is your x1? What is your x1? X1 is 4. You put a 4 there. Like this. This is what you are supposed to do. So after doing this, then you say y minus 65 is equal to, this is equal to what? What is 28 times x? 28x. You do this. What is minus 28 times 4? What answer are you getting? 28 times 4. What answer are you getting? You are getting a 112 like this. From here now, what are you supposed to do next? You group the like terms. This, only this one will go this other side, so that we just remain with y. Y is equal to 28x minus 12. This one becomes plus. Plus what? When it crosses this equal to sign, it changes to plus 65. So now, finally, the equation of the tangent is this one. Y is equal to 28x. So what is negative? You say, what is negative 12? Negative 112 plus 65. What answer are you going to get? You get negative 47. So meaning that this is the equation of the what? Tangent. Or we can call it the tangent line. It is just one and the same. It is called the what? The tangent line. This is what you are supposed to know. So this is how we get to find the equation of the tangent. Hope you've seen the procedures that I've done. Then finding the equation of the normal, it is just simple. This is simple. We have a coordinate 4, 65 that is going to help us, even the gradient. So this one 4, 65 will maintain. It is going to maintain like that. You get that gradient. The equation of the normal and the equation of the tangent are perpendicular to each other, meaning that they make a 90 degrees angle. And if you multiply their gradient, you get negative 1, meaning that gradient 1 times gradient 2, you need to find your answer is negative 1. So here, you need to find gradient 2. Gradient 1, you already have 28 there, m2, which is equal to negative 1. You divide both sides by 28. You also divide here by 28 like this. 28 cancelled. m2, gradient 2 is equal to negative 1 over 28. Have you seen negative 1 over 28? This is the gradient that we want. Everything will remain the same. This is to tell you that for equation of the normal, you need to find gradient 2. So negative 1 over 28. This is the gradient that you are going to use. So for the normal, equation of the normal now, want to find the equation of the normal. So equation of the normal, what you are supposed to do is y minus, you know that gradient that you are using is gradient 2. Negative 1 over what? 28. This is what you are using. So you substitute in here, everything remains the same. Everything will remain the same. So here, y minus, what is your y1? x1, y1. What is your y1? 65. That is your y1. Then you say this is now equal to, it is equal to what? What is your gradient? You are going to use that one. Negative 1 over 28. You do this. X minus. What is your x1? 4. You do this. So this is what you are supposed to do. Then you say y minus 65 is equal to negative 1 over 28 times x. 1 over 28x. Negative times negative, that is positive. So that is positive. Then this, you have 1 times 4, that is 4 over 28. 1 times 4, 4. Denominator maintains. After reaching here, this one comes this other side. This one comes this other side. So what you are going to have is that you are going to say y is equal to negative 1 over 28x plus 4 over 28. When this one comes this side, it becomes plus, because it is negative. Plus what? 6, 5. This is what you need to do. Where you now say, finally, the equation of the normal is y is equal to negative 1 over 28x plus, say plus, you punch this on your calculator. Just that right now, I'm not having my calculator, but you can punch this on your calculator. 4 over 28 plus 65. So the answer will be like this. Let me write it in decimal points. So the answer that you are going to have there, so this is also correct. You say that 4 divide 28 plus 6, 5. I'm getting, this is the answer that I'm getting, but you can find it even in a fraction form. But the answer that I'm getting is I'm getting a 65.14. So this is the equation of the norm. I know if you punch this on your calculator, you're going to find the answer in a fraction form. And that is what you are supposed to do. That is what you are supposed to get and understand. So lastly, let us now look at the last example on this. You have this question. Find the equation of the normal to the k of y is equal to that. So the first thing you need to do, you get that one. You do what? Differentiate. I already differentiated that one when I was just starting. So you differentiate. Dy dx is equal to, the answer is 1 plus 4 over x squared. This is the answer when you differentiate. I did this at first. Hope you already have the solution. Then you say m is now equal to 1 plus 4 over x squared. Where there is x, you put this value, where at the point x is equal to 4. So this is the same as m is equal to 1 plus 4 over 4 to the power what? 2. This is equal to, here you are going to get 1 plus, here you are going to get what? You are going to have 4 over 16. 4 there is 1. 4 there is 4. So 1 over 4. 1 over 4. Where gradient is now equal to, what is your gradient? It is 5 over 4. If you evaluate this. So gradient 1 is what? 5 over 4. Here we are taught to find the equation of the normal. So if you are taught to find the equation of the normal, you need to do what? You need to find gradient 2. So we find gradient 2. How can we find gradient 2? So we already have 5 over 4. So gradient 1, say gradient 1 times gradient 2 is equal to negative 1. Gradient 1, you already have 5 over 4 m2, which is equal to negative 1. This is over. You put over 1 there, cross multiply. So 5m2 times 1, it is 5m2, which is equal to 4 times negative 1, it is negative 4. Maybe someone didn't understand this. It is 5m2 over 4, which is equal to negative 1. Over 1, then you cross multiply. This is what I did. 5m2 times this. Then you divide both sides by 5. Divide both sides by 5. This cancelled. m2 is equal to negative 4 over 5. This is the gradient that you are going to use. with this gradient now, what are you supposed to do? This is your gradient. What are you supposed to do next? You just do this. This is what you're going to do. You just say, you find the other coordinate, so you write it here. So say, the gradient that I'm going to use is this one, negative 4 over 5. I find the value for what? Y. Since I have a coordinate, I have x, but y value I don't have. So I say y is equal to 4 plus 4 over 4. Where there is x there, I put 4, even there I put 4. So y is equal to 4 plus 4 divided by 4 is 1. 4 plus 1, 5. So the coordinate 5 there. This is a coordinate that I have. So with this coordinate now, what I need to do, I just substitute in the formula y1, x1, y1 like that. So that is y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1 like this. You say y minus, what is the y1? 5. Gradient negative 4 over 5. X minus, what is your x1? 4. You do this. So what is your answer now? What answer are you going to have now? So this is the equation of the normal that we want to find. You now answer and say, so this is y minus 5 is equal to this times x, it's negative 4 over 5x. Negative times negative, that is positive. 4 times 4, 16. Overshading 5 like this. Y goes aside is equal to negative 4 over 5x plus 16 over 5 like this. This one plus what? Plus 5. Where you say now y is equal to negative 4 over 5x. If you punch that on your calculator, what answer are you going to get? What answer are you going to get? Let's punch that on the calculator. So you are going to get 41 over 5. So meaning that this is your what? Your answer. This is the equation of the normal. This is what you are supposed to do. Hope you've seen everything that I've done. Hope you followed all these procedures. This is what you are supposed to do. This is what you need to get and understand. These are simple things that are supposed to be known. You are supposed to know this. Thank you so much. So this was a public video for those of you that could like to start online lessons with me, which I get to teach on another platform, not on YouTube. You can text me on this number, then I'll be able to add you to the group. And if you know you have a friend that wants to join us, you can give them this number of mine so that I add them to the group. They start participating. They start participating in the live sessions that we get to have. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video and comment according to your understanding. Thank you so much.